Hi, my name is Dale Turner, and I teach a variety of acoustic and electric rhythm guitar styles at Hollywood's Musicians Institute. And that passage you just heard me plucking through is a figure reminiscent of Randy Rhoads' solo guitar piece, D, from the first Ozzy solo album, Blizzard of Oz. Of course, Randy, renowned metalhead, two of the arguably most popular Ozzy albums, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman. A lot of people know of his playing from his, polka dot flying V hard rock style, Les Paul playing stuff. But he also had an acoustic guitar side as well. Obviously the solo piece we just kind of looked at here, D. But there's also plenty of tracks like Diary of a Madman, Goodbye to Romance, and You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, and a few others where a steel string factors heavily into the riffage. And that's what we're going to look at here today is some of the acoustic guitar touches he sprinkled into a lot of the earlier Ozzy records. We're going to begin actually looking at one of his most famous acoustic pick style riffs, Diary of a Madman. And I'd like to actually first show you what's going on with some of the chords, and then I'll walk you through what's up with the pick hand. So the original track has several chords. Here I'm just yanking out 4 of them for an in the style of figure. This first chord is A, add, sharp 4. The next one, D minor 6/9 with an A in the bass. A, add 2. D minor add 2 with an F in the bass. And actually there is a 5th chord, E add 2. And every one of these chords we're going to pick with this economy picking pattern, down and then up. Okay, I'm going to pick through this now at a speed similar to how Randy opens the Diary of a Madman track. He actually picks it in free time, which is kind of a balance of slow and medium tempo, out of time type of feel. By the way, I should mention that this passage, interestingly, is very similar to a modern classical guitar etude by Leo Brouwer, which we'll talk a little bit more about later, Randy's classical guitar studies, but that was undoubtedly an influence on this. Anyway, here it is in a free time. By the way, that very last E add 2 chord, the picking pattern is slightly different, so I'll walk you through that again right now, but realize that the picking, of course, is written in the magazine and everything. But here it is slow, just so you can get a better handle on this particular economy picking portion. Okay, the picking pattern for every 3 strings is going to be down, down, up. And you're going to just gradually climb your way up to the higher portions of the neck. Here we go. Okay, a thing that Randy Rhoads did a lot with his steel string acoustic usage in Ozzy tracks, like Diary of a Madman opens with a steel string, but it's actually blended with a nylon string acoustic as well as a clean tone electric. And that's sort of a texture that he used in many other Ozzy cuts, including the one we're going to take a look at right now, which is Goodbye to Romance. And actually that one's more of a blend between just pure steel string acoustic and some clean tone electric. So when it's all kind of blended together, it sounds not unlike a harpsichord type sound. So what I'm going to do first here is walk you through the chords in this composite version of Goodbye to Romance. It's sort of a mixture of the chord progression as well as a little bit of what's happening with the electric and the acoustic as they weave together, all kind of compacted into one part. All right, right before the first chord is played, Randy actually kind of ascends the G and B strings with a thirds harmonized scale pattern like this. And finger picking wise, we're going to stick to the normal classical guitar finger picking rules, where you got your thumb used to play the 6th, 5th, and 4th string, reserving your index, middle, and ring fingers for the G, B, and E strings, which we'll get into here in a second. But here's the first chord: D, A with a C sharp in the bass, B minor, then A7 sus4, resolve to A7. And you'll notice in the musical notation that there's a few little hammer-on type of ornaments that we'll kind of talk about when we go over this slow. And by the way, you may have noticed that when I grab B minor, I use my thumb. Grab like the B minor triad here on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Kind of tilt your fingers to the side a little bit to make it easier to poke your thumb over the top. And the reason that's happening here, on top of that, you're going to use your pinky to get kind of a little bit of a fill like that. Anyway, here's the whole example at a slow tempo. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's our In the Style of Goodbye to Romance at regular speed. 1, 2, 3.